On the news tonight, man shoots younger brother while testing efficacy of a charm. Kwara Police Command commences investigation into the matter. Role of elderly in nation building brought to fore. Focus on challenges in cities and human settlement as the world marks Habitat Day. Plus, tidbit from the world of entertainment and sport. This is News Tonight, coming to you live from the studio of NTA ILORIN. Good evening and many thanks for joining us. My name is Ahmed Fulani. Kwara State Police Command has commenced investigation into the case of a young man, Abubakar, who shot his younger brother, Yusuf Abubakar, during the process of testing efficacy of a charm believed to be anti-gunshot in Dotse Gogo Town, Kayama, Kwara State. In a statement signed by the command's spokesperson, SP Ajayi Okasomi, the incident happened after fortifying themselves with local bulletproof while the elder son shot his younger sibling with the belief that he was protected by the charm on his body and would not die. The police is on manhunt for the culprit who escaped into the bushes immediately the act was committed. The police advised parents and guardians to monitor the activities of their children and avoid carrying out unsavory activities in the presence of the children to prevent accidents of this nature. The demonstration of patriotism by the citizens will no doubt contribute to the growth and development of a country. In fact, it helps to promote public sacrifice that is crucial to the functioning of a state and also decreases the likelihood of conflict. Abdulwahid Bibire in this report takes a look at the level of patriotism among Nigerian residents in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital.
The expression of an individual's identity in a positive light is patriotism, which is characterized by national pride and positive emotion of love for one's country. A typical example of this action is the one displayed by 100-meter hurdles world record holder and Commonwealth champion Tobi Amuson after setting a new world record. She leaped round the track, holding the green, white, green Nigerian flag, weeping while the national anthem was being recited to the admiration of the world. But then, how well do Nigerians understand being patriotic?
We look at what is happening around the nation at the moment. The patriotic tendencies of the citizens have reduced in the sense that everybody is untruthful.
In generality, let us accept that Nigerians are patriotic, because otherwise we will not be celebrating 62nd anniversary at all.
The national anthem is also one of Nigeria's identity to the world, demonstrating the citizens' love, belief, and the unity of the country. How do the citizens react to chanting the national anthem?
The reason we are not patriotic enough is because we don't believe in the national anthem. If you listen to the lyrics, you know that it's something that should evoke nostalgic feeling and should be proud to be a Nigerian.
The expression of the citizens' act of patriotism will no doubt fast-track human and capital development. Abdulwahid Bibire, NTA News.
Although Nigeria celebrated her 62nd independence anniversary on Saturday, October 1st, few Nigerians resident in Ilorin still took time out to enjoy the Monday's independence holiday against all odds. Abdullah Alaya has more.
It is a public holiday and most government establishments are devoid of the usual hustle and bustle, while people in town are going about their normal businesses. Patronage at recreation centers in Ilorin is low, except for few fun seekers like Daniel Omofaye. Daniel believes it is good to celebrate and unwind during the holiday in spite of various challenges facing the country.
Every holiday is to be celebrated. But we thank God we are well and healthy despite the problems we have in the country. Thank God. So it's a time to just refresh with your family.
My mommy brought us here to enjoy our holiday.
We celebrate the Independence Day and then to cool off tensions on us. And we pray that next independence, when new government, we usher in new government, new hope.
I also stumbled on a group of people clad in Nigeria's green and white color, dancing and making merry. The reason for the action is not far-fetched. Independence celebration is still in the air, and they can't afford to be left out.
This is our mother's land color, green, white, green, and we are celebrating Nigeria.
To celebrate our nation, Nigeria, and also, more importantly, to pray for our nation.
We are celebrating Nigeria at 62. We are wishing our country all the peace, all the progress, all the prosperity.
The expectations of respondents is for Nigeria to overcome our many challenges so that more people will have cause to celebrate independence. Abdulhafiz Alaya, NTA News.
For Nigeria to remain a united country that cannot be divided by religion, tribalism and political differences, the role of the elderly in nation building must be recognized. This was the submission of the guest speaker, Ebenezer Kayode, at the annual celebration of the Christian Senior Fellowship International Day of Older People. The report. With the topic, people are facing hard times while food deficit prevails in Nigeria, especially among the elderly. The speaker decried the negligence of the older people by both government and relatives, a situation that makes most of them live in poverty. The speaker advocates for a legislation that will cater for the welfare of the senior citizens and to be a heading in the country's annual budget. He wants the elderly to see their old age as a positive development because many people look up to them for inspiration.
I should call upon all young people to pay attention, special attention, to the older ones. Whatever we can do to make life easier and more comfortable for them, I think it is time to begin to do it.
The celebration provided an avenue for some older people to exchange pleasantries.
This celebration is mainly to thank God for sparing our lives to see another International Day of the Elderly, and to appreciate God that COVID-19 did not wipe us out.
There's an habit that where there is an elderly, that place will not, there will be no confusion. So where the people we gathered for the progress of humanity.
To make people aware of our existence, that we are there. We are not dead yet, and we must contribute to the nation.
The program took place for the first time since the outbreak of COVID-19 3 years ago. You are still watching News Tonight from NTA ILORIN. There will be more reports for you after this timeout. Please don't go away.
Hey, excuse me. How are you doing? 1,000. We go one split tire. Farabade now.
Madam, hello,
brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Oh yeah.
Bring your phone.
Ah, 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you turn to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Now what go tell?
Glad to have you back. The United Nations earmarked the first Monday in the month of October as the World Habitat Day to reflect on the state of habitat and basic right of all to decent shelter. Olajide Bello reports that the theme for this year's celebration is Mind the Gap, Leave No Place Behind.
The focus of the celebration this year, according to the United Nations, is the growing inequality and challenges in cities and human settlements. Statistics indicate that the number of people displaced in world cities in 2020 was between 119 to 124 million, while in 2021 it was 163 million. Nigeria has its fair share of displaced persons resulting from insurgency, COVID-19 pandemic and untold economic hardship.
When insurgents attack them, they go away, and then where are they? They are in these camps where they do nothing.
COVID-19 also displaced some people, because if you were working
daily and earning your money, and you could not have enough money to rent that apartment that you pay for, because you can be easily displaced by your landlord.
Mohammed Rabi is of the view that more economic-friendly policies should be rolled out by the federal government to cushion the economic challenges experienced in the country.
And feeling the impact is for the common man to have the benefits of the progress in the economy of the country in terms of Naira and Kobo.
United Nations project that by 2050, 2/3 of the world population will live in urban areas, with 90% growth occurring in Asia and Africa. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
And on entertainment news, Nigerian filmmaker Kunle Afolayan has reacted to the nail vote of Anikulapo fame by the Nigerian Oscar Selection Committee. Peace Olarewaju has the details.
The filmmaker Kunle Afolayan, whose latest film, Anikulapo, emerged one of the top contending entries this year, took to his Twitter page to react to the Oscars Committee's September verdict. He said he's so delighted that the whole world has labeled Anikulapo a masterpiece, even though the Nigerian Oscar Selection Committee think it's not worth submitting for the Oscars. President Muhammadu Buhari set to honor 437 Nigerians. Out of the 437 nominees, entertainers such as Innocent Idibia, known as Tubaba, Shehu Otman, Burna Boy, and Teniola Akpata were nominated. Meanwhile, fast-rising Nigerian rapper Babalola Oriyomi, known as Cornerstone, has given reasons he documented his sojourn from Jos to Lagos in a new body of music work titled Coming to Lagos. According to the rapper, he has always wanted to share his story with fans through his music. Peace Olarewaju, NTA News.
And on sports, the newly elected NFL President Ibrahim Guzo has pledged to mend fences with the aggrieved stakeholders. Kautal Raji is standing by for sport update.
President of the Nigeria Football Federation Ibrahim Gusau says his immediate task is to resolve the rancor among stakeholders as he works towards ensuring that his administration runs smoothly. He says he is ready for talks with those that will genuinely support his administration in bringing the best for the country's football. Nigeria continues her dominance at the ongoing ICC Under-19 World Cup Africa Division with 2 qualifiers in Abuja, as the team won the second game against Botswana by 10 wickets. Nigeria will square up against Sierra Leone tomorrow in the last final Group B game. A total of 6 teams are currently featuring in the qualifier, with the top 3 teams to progress to the next stage of the World Cup qualifiers. Manchester City's Erling Haaland became the first player to score 3 successive Premier League home hat-tricks in their derby game against Manchester United on Sunday. Haaland's third goal puts him in the record books following a hat-trick at home to Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace. The prolific striker now has 14 goals in just 8 Premier League matches for City. Kautal Raji, NTA News.
Next is the outlook of tomorrow's weather forecast. And that ends our package for tonight. Many thanks for watching. I am Ahmed Fulani. Good night.